telling you this.
No,
You're serious?
That can
You
wait.
said it such a way.
Are you
That could wait.
What
Let
would
me-
your friends
Really?
say?
You're gonna regret
Really?
this.
But
But
why?
I would never do that.
I would never
It's
do
not
that.
my God.
Do it another
That's
time.
what
Think about it at all.
Not sure.
Really?
What are you doing?
Really?
You're gonna regret
Really?
this.
That,
Let me
I
tell
think
you
you are
this.
doing it
Are you
right.
serious?
No,
it's
I would
not
never
really,
do that.
really
What do
bad.
your friends
Come
say?
on.
Don't listen to the voices who say you cannot do it. Don't give in to situations when they seem undoable. And don't let anything influence your mindset. You can do it. As long as you face your restrictions and do something about it. Go for it. My main restriction was to get outside of my own comfort zone. And I knew that everything would happen out there. I just somehow always leaned back to whatever felt safe and trusted. But I saw it. I need to go out there. So I wanted to do something big, something I have never done before. And that's why I wanted to explore the world and learn from it while doing so. That's why I decided to go on an exchange program in the United States. It was very hard for me to step aside from all my beloved people back at home, as well as the luxurious habits that I was surrounding myself with, and simply all that is known and familiar to me. But I realized, stepping aside from all that is known and familiar to me is actually what gets me freed from my own restriction. And so, I went walking on new roads in the biggest adventure of my life. And here I am, looking back at it with the best knowledge and experiences I could have ever gotten. I just felt that there would be more people like me who wanted to do something but kept themselves from doing it because of diverse reasons. So I was just wondering, what are their stories?
It's not that big, so I think I'm just...
My name is Hunter Hazelton. I'm 19 and I am a sophomore at Northern Arizona University, studying English secondary education and getting a certification in creative writing. I knew that that is what I wanted to do. I wanted to create stories. I loved telling stories and sharing stories and reading stories, and I just wanted to be part of that community. I definitely feel that it is a relief when I write. You know, growing up, I've always wanted to escape my world. I've always wanted to get out of myself and to create these people and live vicariously through them and have whatever I want to happen on the page and kind of experience that. I feel that I have been restricted throughout my life, and I would say that was mainly due to the fact that I am bisexual. I chalk that up to the fact that growing up knowing that I was not like everybody else, not knowing that I was not a straight male. I had a lot of challenges with how I was going to write or what I was going to write, because this secret that I was holding in for so long was restricting me and restricting my mind and my ability to think about anything else, because I was living with like what I thought was this darker side of me, something that was wrong with me. Finding a way to overcome this restriction with writing, or restriction of my sexuality through writing, I think that is something I'm still in the process of working on. My sexuality is still a secret to some people. I don't feel comfortable sharing that with. It's hard for me to share some of these things that I've written because I want to send it out there. I want to get it published. I want to share my story and my work with people, and I can't do that if I've got this secret bundled up inside me. I had my first closeted relationship my sophomore year of high school when I was 15, and the boy that I was seeing, you know, in secret, he kind of took advantage of the fact that I didn't have anybody I could tell about it. The fact that I was so scared of who I was that I couldn't come out to anybody else but him. And ended up in a situation where I was, of course, alone with him. I couldn't be seen with him. And he, one night, really pushed me to lie in bed with him, and I didn't want that. I wasn't ready for that. And he knew that I didn't have a way to express myself and my sexuality, and that it was something that it was always going to be hidden within me, and he ended up raping me that night. And that was something that I didn't tell anybody about for 3 years. Sexual assault and rape and anything of that nature is so difficult for a survivor to talk about, whether it's a straight female, a straight male, or a gay male or a gay female. It's just one of those things where you're almost ashamed of it. When you're in that moment, that's the only thing that's happening to you. That's the only thing that you can think about. Of course, my ultimate goal is to be able to share these more autobiographical and personal works that I've written that I've been too scared to share. I want to put that out in the world so I can tell my story and have, people know me a little bit better, and to kind of identify with some of the things that I've been through. I think in order to do that, I need to be a bit more honest with the people that are close to me. And I think that is the final step. I've already worked so hard on becoming more comfortable within myself, and now I need to be a little more comfortable with how the people I care about the most view me. I hope one day that I can reach that point.
Through diverse conversations, I was lucky enough to get to know Hunter's story. I admire him for being who he is and what he strives for. I sincerely hope that he can write the stories he's holding in for so long. Hunt down your dreams, Hunter.
My name is Spyros George. I'm an international student here at the NAU. I originally come from Greece, and I chose to do a semester here at the Northern Arizona University between January and May, in the area of hospitality and human resources. Well, one of the main reasons why I chose hospitality is because I've lived in more than 3 countries. Since the age of 14, I've just been visiting different countries, including Switzerland, London, and Belgium. And I thought I should give it a try because it's my home country, and I was also homesick. So, I came back to Greece at the age of 18 and decided to just start my own career there. However, as many people may know, Greece is not the best place right now to actually pursue a career and raise a family and just generally have a quality life. And I never really had a stable country. I never really felt that I really belonged anywhere. I feel restricted definitely by the current economic situation in my country. It's very sad that this country that I was actually raised in has sort of killed my dreams and is just basically kind of, letting many people down, including my generation. If I would not be restricted by, the current situation and, political, social turmoil in my own country, I'm always interested to help people around the world. Bring down barriers instead of raising barriers between people. Try and communicate and connect with the world rather than disconnect with the world. But the first time that I remember of my mother being institutionalized was at the age of 6. That being said, coming from I would say a broken home, this kind of situation really just, infuriated a lot of mainly negative kind of emotions that at some point just blew up. Between the age of 16 and 21, I had, a serious drug abuse problems, as I couldn't find any solution that could just, instantly kind of just make me feel that I'm secure, I'm sort of happy, I'm kind of relaxed. I couldn't make myself feel happy in any natural way. You basically start with just, from a very young age, I would say 14, with just consuming ridiculous amounts of just alcohol for no real reason. So then I would just switch to marijuana, and I experienced tremendous memory loss, and even after just 1 year of just using marijuana, I was forced to go to a rehabilitation center for at the age of 16 for only 3 months. That basically made me realize that marijuana is bad. I thought that it would be a very good idea to substitute with cocaine, and I thought that cocaine was cool. So I mean, I would still have this kind of conception of drugs being harmless until older age. I thought that this drug is just very innocent. You really do feel that, unless you have that thing, that external drug, whatever that may be. In other cases, it could be gambling, could be a person for someone else, but for me it was just that particular drug. If I didn't have it in my life, I would just feel that I was just I felt that I was unable to just make any kind of conscious decision. I felt that I was unable to just, experience life how it's supposed to be. Once you realize that and you want to do something, you basically have to start from not zero, below zero. I was just like, this thing is going to kill you. I mean, drugs are going to kill you for sure. There is no sort of gray area that you can negotiate with drugs. Part of my job would really want to be just to influence and just to help, especially young people, just try and understand and make conscious decisions of what they do and what they can do. It's a matter of time before I reach the point that I had to give up drugs. It's a matter of time that the shit is gonna hit the fan, right? I can't even say what is wrong and what is right about this world. I would say hope and time. I would say that time is also a crucial factor, and time will always tell. I mean,
Spyros has faced things that nobody wants to face at a young age. It is striking to see, but moreover astounding, how he continued to chase his desires. I hope he gets to meet people from all over the world who can learn from his experiences.
My name is Robert Sims, 53. I have been homeless for 32 years after my divorce, 1990. I came to Flagstaff 1990. The mission is it's a beautiful place. It has its opportunities. I mean, it helps a man when there's nothing else to turn to. Not just a physical aspect, but spiritual. It has that benefit. If a man chooses, he can get busy living or get busy dying, and the choice that I made was to get busy living. I like being around human beings. I mean, all walks of life. I've seen it the past 32 years, and yes, I like being around them. And at first, it was hard because I was probably prideful, judgmental, those type of things. But after the years have gone by, I love being around people. Try to get their minds off of it, to rise above it, and try to look at the positive things of life, because there's still positiveness out here. You just got to seek it. If I wasn't restricted to all this, I'd probably be in a position where I could probably be in pretty much the same position and help people. To reach out to them and do the best I can that others may be slipping on or may not be realizing something in that area. But no, if I had the opportunity, exactly what I would do. One of my most regrets is not being there for my son. He's 30. When it first all started back in 1990, 32 years ago, I tried to drink myself, tried to smoke myself to death, whatever you want to call it. We tried to destroy ourselves from our pains, our wounds, and so I chose not to take myself out with alcohol. I don't think I made that choice. I think somebody's watching over me that made it for me, and that was there and got me through it. And here I am, I have that regret.
Is there anything that you would say or would like to say to relatives? So imagine that you would meet like a family member of yours or your son. Is there anything that you would say to them?
Yes, I love you. That's it. Them treasures are right here. Sometimes it's all a man has, but yet the greatest treasure right there. You can't take it. Nobody can take it away. That's it. Hope, faith, and love, and the greatest is love, brother. That's it. And as long as you carry them three, you got the greatest weapon that you can carry through this world. Yeah, it's a weapon in itself.
And you know, I hope she can forgive herself too.
Exactly. That's the key, and that's the hardest part, even with myself, is forgiving myself. We have to. And once you do that, that's when the door breaks open, and and I did that. I don't live with regrets anymore, any longer. I talked about having them, and I do regret not seeing him and all that I had to put myself through, but I have to forgive myself. And if I hold regrets, it's like it blocks it, that true forgiveness. Yeah. It's like a brick or a boulder lifted. In order for you to be forgiven, you must forgive, as hard as it is. You know, I had the opportunity to even tell my mother at an older age, and I met her in a restaurant at the age of 12, and my father said, "That was your mother." "You mean the waitress? That woman just took our order?" "Yeah, that was my mother." Beautiful woman. My mother was beautiful. But I had the opportunity to sit her down and say, "Mama, I don't care what happened. I don't care what you did. I don't care if you was a prostitute, drug addict, alcoholic. I love you and I forgive you." Before she died, I was able to do that with her and my father. You know, so I don't carry it.
In a completely honest talk with Robert, I was honored to hear his decade-long journey through homelessness, in which he had to cope with lots of emotional challenges. I am more than glad to see him breathing positivity, and I hope he can be the help towards others that he wants to be.
Hello, everybody. Everybody have a good day. Not just me, but everybody. And thank you guys so much for spending time and talking, and God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Don't get your bag over there.
So be wild, live free. Don't hold back the person that you always wanted to be. I promise you, you are worthy of a love, darling. Don't hesitate to let your light, let your soul shine, but only if it feels right. Oh, shine like the glittery moon on a waterside. Shine.